What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Anybody new, welcome. So before I get started with this video today, I just wanted to let you guys know that some of this was shot yesterday and some of this was shot today because it's cold outside and things like that. So I just want to let you guys know that really quick. And also, if I did miss anything when explaining the thrust bearings, please put it down in the comment section as far as you know, any knowledge that you have, so that way anybody who's looking for more information, they can look right down in the comment section below. So enjoy today's video, and oh, also let me know what you guys think about the camera setup and things like that. I did use 2 cameras for this, not a whole lot. I am finding that editing is a little bit more involved, so I will definitely make sure that I'm doing a good job just for you guys. So enjoy today's video, and again, like I always say, let me know down in the comment sections what you guys think. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. See, guys, I'm practicing, trying to get those shots. You know, gotta get used to this camera. It's actually pretty cool. See, I was looking at the screen again and not at you guys. My bad, sorry. Oh, look at that sexiness. The sexiness that's actually all mine. Love that car. All right, guys, so as you guys can see, I've got both cameras going. Oops, let me turn this down. And again, I'm just trying new angles and things like that, so just bear with me as I get used to trying to get different setups and things like that, and hopefully you guys appreciate it. So I'm headed home, and I'll show you guys exactly what I got and exactly what they're used for. So, and it's for the Genesis Coupe build, the block that's chilling in the garage. I don't know if I'm going to do anything today because it's kind of cold outside, so you know, but I will show you. Peace. Alright, guys, so we're home and got a package in the mail. Let's see what it is. Well, I know what it is, but I'm sure you don't. Where's the best light in this house? Oh my god. Oh, so excited, like Christmas all over again. That was yesterday. rockauto.com. Oh, what is it? Oh, yeah.
The next day.
Alright, guys. So, sorry I didn't finish this yesterday. I did kind of finish it, but I didn't like the way it came out, so I decided to shoot it again. And then it's like 3 o'clock now, and I was gonna shoot this earlier, and then I started watching Gleaming the Cube. If you don't know what that movie is, it's a skateboarding movie from the 80s. And actually, now that I watched that, now I see where where the writers for Fast and Furious got the scene with the Civic going under the semi. So, oh, you don't know about that? Well, here, I'll show you both scenes. And then there's these two scenes, both old school and new school. Enjoy.
What are you doing?
Going old school.
So tell me what you think. Well, anyway, this is what I ordered in the mail, and actually two of them. One of them's actually in the engine block now, but I wanted to show you guys. This is a thrust bearing, and basically what this does is it keeps the crank from moving laterally, which is very important, especially if you have a manual car. And the reason for these is, well, the point is when you're stepping on the clutch, you're obviously pushing in the clutch, you're pushing the flywheel, and you're also pushing the crank, which obviously if these weren't there, your crank would be moving back and forth. And that's also a way you can tell if you possibly have bad thrust bearings. So let me just show you really quick how these actually go into the. Alright guys, so actually I don't know if you guys can tell, but I actually have one in right there in between the crank. But let me show you what happens when there's only, you know, one, or what a worn one would kind of look like. Hopefully, if I can get this to move with one hand and hold the camera. So you see how I'm able to move the crank? And remember, that's with one thrust bearing in, and that's a new thrust bearing. Well, if both of them were in, I wouldn't be able to move the crank. So if you guys can imagine that, as that being a bad bearing and things like that, or two bad thrust bearings, is basically you get a no start or a slow start, because obviously a no start basically meaning if you push the crank. If you're pushing down on your clutch and obviously it's pushing the crank and everything forward, it's going to get lodged against the block and it's not going to allow it to start, or it's going to cause it to start very slowly and things like that. So you always want to make sure when you're building a block or anything like that, in a motor obviously, you want to definitely replace the thrust bearing. The thrust bearing is made of the same material as your crank or rod bearings and things like that. So sorry, it's cold out here. So let me just show you really quick how to install one of these. It's not that hard. You can actually do it with the crank in the car and things like that. If they are worn, obviously you'd have to remove the block girdle and things like that depending on the car. So let me show you really quick how these actually install. It's not that hard at all. Let's do this. Oh. See how quickly that was it? Oh, I'm sorry, I keep looking at the screen. Let me flip that. There we go. So you see how quickly that was and easy it was to install the thrust bearings. Again, you definitely want to make sure you replace those if you have the whole block apart. It's a $5 part. You might as well replace it and treat it like the crank and rod bearings. You know, it's you don't want a $5 part ruining your whole motor. So let me know what you guys think about the thrust bearings. Let me know if you guys have had issues with thrust bearings, because I'm pretty sure people have. And let me know what you guys think about this video. Definitely like, share, comment, and subscribe. The channel's growing. It's because of you guys, so thank you very much. And again, I'm going to continue the build. Obviously, now that I got the thrust bearings in, I just got to carefully take out the crank and get the bearings all lubed up and things like that before I put the crank back in and torque everything down. So until next time, like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, and make no limitation your only limitation. Peace.